ahead and buzz over, and we are going to do the news tonight. Hey everybody, my name is Clyde. This is Clyde Plays News, and today our top story is all about superships coming to the tech tree. And what we're seeing here is the cost of superships. Originally, they told us that superships were going to come out, they were going to cost 1 silver, and then they were going to have some challenging economic numbers elsewhere. But they've changed the numbers on that. So what's happening is the purchasing cost of superships is going to be quite high. We know that somewhere between 20, maybe 23 million credits is what is what a tier 10 ship costs. Look at these prices. We're looking at super battleships at 57 million credits, super carriers at 48 million, 47.5 for cruisers, and 45 million for destroyers. They said to avoid an overpopulation of super battleships compared to other ship types, we've assigned them a higher purchasing cost. So 57 million credits is over 10 million more credits more than the destroyer cost. So we're looking at pretty expensive ships in terms of, or cost in terms of purchasing the super ships. Hey Brand, I am doing well. I hope you're doing good too. It says here that they want to appear as a progression of the tier 10 trees on the tech tree. They're not a simple continuation of existing branches, but a mechanically distinct feature altogether. They are a unique ship. In order to unlock them, you're going to need to have 3 tier 10 ships in your port already. It says have researched at least 3 tier 10 ships. So that does not allow you to just go get some tier 10 coal ships and tier 10 whatever. You've got to have researched 3 tier 10s in order to unlock your first super ship. And the other thing about it is that a player must have also represented or researched the tier 10 ship of the line the super ship appears at the head of. So if you want to get the Zorky, the Russian tier 10 destroyer, you have to have the tier 10 destroyer line. I assume it'll be Delny that leads to the Zorky. You can't have maybe like the Yu Yang, for example, and then go get a Zorky just for kicks. The Supership Economy is interesting too. Now, we talked a lot about what this might look like when they first announced this, and of course they've done a lot of different development in that time, and this is what we're looking at now. Credit earnings in superships will be similar to tier 10 ships. So far in testing, credit earnings have been nothing. You've earned nothing and you've paid nothing. Post-battle servicing costs for superships will be set to 360,000 credits. I saw this number and I said, that's a big number, but I didn't really know what 360,000 credits meant. And so I went and I found out. This is the table on the wiki of what it costs to play a match in a given ship. 180,000 credits is what a tier 10 cruiser or tier 10 base tech tree ship costs to take into a battle. So if we go back here and we look at what we were seeing in the news story, 360,000 credits is basically twice as much as what the tier 10 ships cost. So we're going to earn a comparable number of income as we do with tier 10s, and we're going to pay twice as much. This means that superships are going to feel like tier 10s used to. It's going to be possible to lose money on a supership battle, at least as configured right now for the test that is coming up. I think that'll be very interesting. Players who joined the game after tier 10s were profitable to run the whole time don't remember this. You guys have never experienced this, and this will be new for you, but this is kind of the way it was. Permanent camouflages on superships will not reduce servicing costs or increase credit earnings. However, they will give higher XP per battle bonus. And now remember, the XP you're going to earn on superships is likely to be like the XP that we earn on premium ships and special ships, which means you'll have XP banked there that if you want to give Wargaming money, you can turn it into free XP. So super ships are designed to be one thing. This is what I'm taking away from this particular article. Super ships are designed to be a lot of fun to play. They are not going to make you credits. They are not going to earn you XP that you can use unless you spend money. That's what they're for. They're designed to be fun, but not profitable. So this is part of that adjustment to the credit economy that we've been seeing over the last months or years, months or year maybe in World of Warships. We'll take a quick look again out here at this table, just because I think it's interesting. So when we talked about the permanent camouflages, tech tree ships, we save 90,000 credits if we have a permanent camouflage. And then if we have premium, the base cost is half, and so on. I don't know that these numbers really add up with what I think my experience is, but essentially you're going to pay double this and you're going to get none of this. I think that's the takeaway point when we look at this particular change to the economy. The other story I want to talk about today is the upcoming Italian destroyer release. The release that's coming out day after tomorrow. Let me get my interactable browser up here. So we've got the Italian destroyers coming out, part 1. This, for us on the NA servers, is launching on Thursday, March 17th at 3 a.m. So for me, you know, that's a day and a half or a little bit less maybe. So those are going to come out. We're going to have the Italian destroyers. There's just a few things I want to highlight in this article. Number one, the Italian destroyers themselves. Here we've got pictures of all of the ships, and we've got some description here. I recommend that if you're interested in some of this, you go and read about it. It should be interesting. These ships, as we know, they've got a very fast turbo booster. They've got oil smoke that moves as fast as you do. They've got decent torpedoes and very short guns that fire sap that pen really, really well against lightly armored targets. I think they're going to be an interesting line. I think it's going to take some adjustment for a lot of players. So you're going to have some players who come out of the gate and they're really good at them, and you're going to have some players who come out of the gate and they have to learn what to do with them. We're also going to have a bunch of people who are testers, whether it's clan testers or super testers, who've had some time on these. So there may be some really good Italian DD captains on day one. The rest of us, we'll go ahead and get a little practice done, and then we'll know exactly how to play these things after a little while. Oops. So this is the Curatone, the Sauro, and the Turbina. Down here we've got the Maestrale, the Avieri, and the Tarigo. And then down here, Cunaberti, Adriatico, and Regolo, or Adriatico, and Regolo. The ships down here at the high end look really cool. They actually look really interesting. So I suspect we're going to have a pretty good time with these boats. I'm looking forward to them. And of course, we're going to do early access like we have done before. They're going to play it out a little bit differently. It looks like here, there are some details here. You're going to get Curatone for daily free bundles. Sauro is available for paid daily bundles, which cost 150 dubs a piece. So if you want to get the tier 3, you're going to have to spend some dubs. I haven't seen, if maybe you guys know, I haven't seen, you're all good, Forrester, thank you. I'm glad that you've had a good time playing the Turbina. I've only played a couple of battles in it, but it was fun both times I played it. I haven't seen anything about a Prime Gaming tier 4, so I think that we're not likely to get that. This says here sequential bundles for Italian tokens, but maybe if you guys know that they are doing a Prime Gaming bundle for us, that'd be really great. And so hopefully we'll have that. We're going to have Italian tokens for the early access event. They're going to be called, I think they're just called Italian tokens. And they'll be available here. It looks like you can get some in exchange for community tokens like we've done in the past, and everybody will have an opportunity to do some of those. So that's what we've got coming up for the Italian destroyers, which again, I think will be a nice add to the game. Didn't I expand this? I did. Clash of Courage, they're going to do an Italian destroyer competition event. I think this is one of those things where you log in, you're going to choose a team, and there will be different rewards. These things are always a little funky and kind of hard to it's very difficult to choose a team that's going to do well, but whatever you do, just make sure you choose a team when you log in, and then all of your matches that you play are going to go and benefit whichever team you've selected. I recommend taking a look at this and learning the details of that. Pan-Asian cruisers are now arriving in the tech tree for reals, so anybody who's been waiting to play these ships because maybe they played them a little bit and they said, okay, when I can grind my own XP on them, I'll play them some more. Now's the time. That's happening this week. The other thing you want to do is click on visual effects improvements, and the reason for that is if you scroll down here, there's an offer you can click on to get, I think it's some community tokens right here. So you should log in and do that if you haven't already. Content changes and additions. This is some of what Scott was talking about a little bit earlier with the new camouflages for Belfast and so on. We're going to get a couple of British commanders and some Italian commanders that are being added to the game. And then we're going to get some camouflages here, these St. Patrick's Day camos. Here's the one for Belfast 43. It's kind of a metallic green with gold turrets, which is pretty cool. That'll also be available for the regular Belfast if you have the tier 7 Belfast. And then Regolo is getting this camouflage. It actually says in here that Luca Tarigo, Vittorio Cuniberti, Adriatico, and Attilio Regolo are all getting the Golden Sun permanent camouflage. And I hope, but I'm not sure, that this is the one that we can unlock with the early access event, because that's a really pretty camo. I think that is pretty cool. Berger says he likes the Belfast camo. I think it's pretty nice. I feel like it's a little, I don't know, I kind of wish it had a little something more to it, but that is what's going on. Scotta says this is the one that's going to be for the early access event. So that's cool. Hopefully we can unlock a few of these for boats, because I think that's a really nice looking camouflage. All right, now let's go to this story. Our last story today concerns the Petropavlovsk. In fact, earlier in this very news segment, you guys said, imagine a super Petro and what that would be like. Would it be great? Would it be terrible? What would it be? Well, imagine the regular Petro is no longer allowed in the Albatross season of clan battles, because that is what has happened. Wargaming took a look at the popularity of Petro, as well as the way that that ship was used. Very static, very tanky, equipped with radar and all the wonderful things that it's got. And so Petro, of course, is being removed from clan battles for the rest of the season. This really is kind of poor timing. I literally just unlocked the Petro last week, and I had the opportunity to play it on Sunday in clan battles. I went 2-2, 2 wins, 2 losses in it, so nothing special. I won't say that I'm in love with the Petro, I won't, but it is a ship that is an anchor for a lot of teams who play World of Warships and who play clan battles. So a lot of teams are going to be looking for alternatives, you know. I think things like Stalingrad and Puerto Rico are going to be tough choices for people because they've got long fires. You'll see more people picking up Moskva, and you may see some alternative ships, Napoli, Gudenlu, Henry. We may see some interesting variety come out of this ban. So I, for one, am excited about it. But and I imagine there are a lot of people who have opinions. Brand says, Petro is perfectly balanced. I don't know what you're talking about. There are no exploits. I mean, and it's true. Like, Petro is a really challenging ship to go up against. And I think there are going to be opinions on both sides. There are going to be clans who are like, oh my gosh, our Petro's gone. We have to change all of our strategies. And there are going to be the rest of us who are kind of excited that that ship is leaving, right? That we're not going to have it anymore. And it's felt to me like with Petro leaving, we should give it something of a special send-off. You know? I don't know if you're a big Petro fan or if you think Petro is a terrible ship and it shouldn't be in the game, but the fact that it's being banned from the rest of our clan battle season is kind of a big deal. Now, initially, my first thought was, you know what I should do is I should make a photo slideshow, and we could play through some slideshows, and we could play Sarah McLaughlin's "I Will Remember You" over the photos, just like a really sad, like at a funeral or something. And then I remembered, of course, that on Twitch we're not allowed to play copyrighted music, and if we do, you know, you can get a copy strike or at least get a warning, and we don't want to do that. So unfortunately, Sarah McLaughlin will not be able to sing "I Will Remember You" for us today. But there's nothing that says I can't. So I hope that this goes well. I'll be honest, I've never been this nervous for a news segment before. Yeah, we got it right here, bro. We're going to try this. I haven't played music live in a long time. And this has the worst of playing music by yourself and playing music for a crowd. I'm nervous, and no one's here, so I can't feed off of anybody's energy. So here we go. This is dumb. I can't believe I'm doing this. Let's go. All right, everybody. Petro, this song is for you. I will remember you. Will you remember me? Don't let your life pass you by. I'm laughing too much. And weep not. No, hang on. I gotta try that one again. Don't let your life pass you by. And weep not for a memory. Remember all the good times that we had. slip away from us when things got bad. How clearly I saw you smiling in the sun. I wanna feel your warmth again. I wanna be the one, 'cause I will remember you. Will you remember me? Don't let your life pass you by. And weep not for a memory. Don't let your life pass you by. And weep not for your memory. Don't let your life pass you by. And weep not for a memory. Oh man, that was kind of embarrassing and a lot of fun. I hope you guys enjoyed that very much. My name is Clyde. This has been Clyde Plays News, and I hope that if you're watching this on YouTube later, you'll come hang out with us live on Twitch. We do this 3 times a week. Twitch.tv/Clyde Plays Live. And if you're watching this on Twitch, we're gonna go back and play a couple more games of World of Warships before the night is over. Thank you very much, everyone. I don't know. We did that. Thanks, guys. That's the end of the news.
This has been the news on Clyde Plays Live.
Oh man, I'll be honest with you guys. Went a little better in practice.